Hey, what's going on, guys? Nothing good. I'll tell you that much. I hate losing to the Knicks. God, just ugh. I needed some time after that one. Watching that Julius Randle game winner, just sink you right in the heart. As if Goran Dragic going to the Bucks wasn't bad enough. As if losing to the Sixers in a blowout this week wasn't bad enough. But on top of it, those dastardly New York Knicks win like that in your building. You're just inventing new ways to sink lower and lower. What can you say right now, man? The Heat are in a bad way. Valiant effort. I mean, look, great that the Heat were able to show some damn pride and in the way that they weren't against the Sixers. But they have looked. The one thing that's been different about this Heat team since they've come back from the All-Star break and they've added Kevin Love, we've dealt with the unevenness of this Heat team. Mostly, honestly, I think most Heat fans would know the frustration of them going up big and letting up leads and being in clutch games. That's been a very common theme this year. But one thing that has been really, really noticeable in the first 5 games back has been, man, they've gotten out to some really awful starts to these games. And I don't know if you want to coincide it with the switch of the starting lineup, but it's kind of hard not to. It's kind of hard not to look at that and think, man, this is standing out as you're down 20 points, you're down 15 points, you're having to crawl out of things. And yeah, I mean, I get the easiness of it, of the perfect fit of adding, Kevin Love to the fold, but it's been pretty noticeable early on that Miami and this whole little switch that they made has not worked out. It hasn't. I mean, the results bear out and are what they are. Happy that they came back today and it was a hell of a game. It was some really great shot making. Julius Randle, what can you say? I mean, absolutely spanked the Heat and took their lunch money in every which way. The guy was a monster from downtown. He, hit some tough shots. I mean, the game winner aside was an absolute beast of a shot. But, Jimmy was guarding his ass off on him today. And was just still feeding him buckets on the tough end. Bam Adebayo, put his shoulder into Bam, knocked him back. Bam had to check his mouth, and he still got the and one on him. Just cooked the Heat. Just cooked the Heat in every which way. It's a wonder why the Knicks fans wanted to trade him last year and called him a bum and wanted him out on the street. They were, toast to the town, Julius Randle. The year before last year they all wanted him gone. Now they're smooching his ass again, which is really the thing that's unbecoming about the Knicks fan. Like, I see these little what is his name, Worldwide Wob, who's putting up the Allen Houston shot, which, all right, I guess, cool. Those are the glory days you all have to go back to, right? That's where it all harkens back to. And every time you guys go on some win streak that looks anything quite impressive, you're like, this is the most lovable Knicks team ever. You say the same thing every year, only to have your heart stomped out. It's like you could set your watch to it every single time on how this cycle of Knicks fan goes. But look, I have to do that mostly on another day. My team has enough issues as it is. Jimmy Butler saying after the game today that the team has gotten bored with the process of what it takes to win, of the season, and it's hard to argue. It feels like that so much. You look at the stretches that they can put together, and you look at what they are able to do, and when they are able to defend their ass off and go out there, and to not be able to summon that from time to time and to be in these ruts has been super discouraging. I mean, it's a mystery that at this point feels futile to figure out. Like, the damage is done with this Heat team right now. It really is. I mean, you're now sitting here 2 games over 500. You've been in such a rut ever since it felt like Miami really had something, just had started to figure some things out and had gotten themselves to 7 over. They have lost now 6 out of 7 after beating Orlando by the skin of their teeth in overtime and beating the Rockets at the buzzer. But you could probably really go back to the last time you felt the Heat played a consistent game, probably back to February 8th against Indiana. And probably even that wasn't probably the last time you felt really good about a Heat win was at Cleveland. So we're talking over a month since this Heat team has looked like you really felt good about where the direction of things were going. And on top of all of that, you've had, the mystery of Kyle Lowry's injury. When is he coming back? You've had no trades at the trade deadline. You've had the insertion of Kevin Love, which has been nothing short of a disaster just from a results standpoint. Kevin's been, I guess, okay, even though, holy shit, was that a bad inbounds pass? I mean, that was like Ryan Fitzpatrick-esque with throwing that pick. That was rough. That was a rough show of it. Although Big Yurt had a big game today in Sioux Falls, so maybe he'll show up and do something. I don't know. I would say the other encouraging thing about today is the best we've seen Tyler Hero look in a while. Tyler was awesome today. I've been talking about this with him, really been wanting to see that bounce in his step, that confidence, that swagger that he plays with. I really thought you saw it tonight. He had it all going from everywhere. He had his 3-point shot going, but he was mixed. The thing that I liked about Tyler tonight is, he was mixing it up. Looking at his, he's got, 3 in the restricted area, 3 right outside the restricted area in the paint. And then he's got his 5 makes from downtown. That's what I like seeing from Tyler Hero. And man, I thought he had this thing won. I thought when he had that steal and had the go ahead bucket to put Miami up at the time, 120 to 119. I thought that was it. I thought that they were going to get it. I thought they had the turnover on Randle. I thought no shot in hell he's going to be able to dagger right in your heart. It was a rough one. It was a rough one, man. And I know Tyler said after the game, he had a talk with Jimmy that, they want to bottle that up. They want to be able to find what's going on. Not to mention, they did, I will say they did, they did take 2 points away from Tyler Hero too. So he should have had what did he finish with tonight? He finished with 29. He should have had 31. And he actually commented after the game. But the referee right in front of him saw Tyler Hero and called him out, and he definitely had a tough bucket. Probably should have had a foul too, quite frankly. So might have had 32, but horrible. How do you miss that? I wonder if the Heat is there do they gotta change the color of the out of bounds lines? This happened with the Max Strus 3 too. What's going on there? Why are the refs not seeing that? I don't understand. I'm not trying to make this the reason they lost, even though math would say it's the reason they lost. But holy crap, man! You're right there. You're looking at lines, shoes. You don't know the difference between a line and a shoe, and you can't see the yellow there in between. What's going on there? And the refs had a bunch of these, tonight. A lot of missed calls. The Heat got way more issues than the referees. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Plenty of other issues, but my God, man, get the call right. What is that? What is that? What is this season? Jeez Louise. Rough one, man. Rough one for Miami. Hate losing to the Knicks. And now, right, standings-wise, taking a look at things, Miami is 33-31, tied in the loss column with Atlanta, who I believe lost tonight. No, they beat Portland, excuse me. They handled Portland. So they're coming in tomorrow. or today, whenever you watch this video, Saturday night. So back-to-back for Miami. And so Miami is going to be clinging to a home play-in game right now. And they are currently, Miami is 3 back of the 6th seed because Brooklyn had a big-time comeback today to beat the Boston Celtics 115-105. And you let the Knicks get another game on you. So, look, Miami is swimming upstream here, man. They really are. You'd love to get that 6 matchup, I think, because I do think this Miami team is confident in how they match up against a Philadelphia team that they beat last year in the playoffs, and certainly a team that plays with Joel Embiid. But, what am I even saying right now? How can they be confident against anybody they play? Everything's a coin flip with them. Everything is a 15, 20-point deficit to cut it to 2, and flip of the coin. Do they win? Do they lose? It's been the whole season. So, I'm down bad, man. Hate losing to the Knicks. They can still go to hell, though.